And here's what I found, 2 secrets of prosperity. If you want to be wealthy, secret number 1, you have to be your own boss. You ain't going to get rich working for other people. So if you want to make money, you got to be able to get up in the morning, look in the mirror, and know that you're talking to the boss. And issue number 2, and this is the most important thing, which we mentioned, you've got to employ the concept of leverage. And this is something, J. Paul Getty, who was one of the wealthiest people the world ever known, he understood this. And he was quoted oftentimes, this is probably his most famous quote, when he said, I would rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own efforts. Because he understood the concept of leverage. And he became one of the wealthiest people the world has ever known. So tonight, I'm going to share with you how you can employ this same concept of leverage that the wealthiest people in the world do, and it'll allow you to get your share of that kind of wealth. Now, how do you put this leverage? It's a business called network marketing, sometimes called multi-level marketing. Sometimes we call it MLM for short. What is it? It's a business that allows you to leverage the efforts of other people who have a dream and are willing to trade that 7 to 10 hours a week to get a dream. So you're going to introduce them to the business. You're going to teach them a duplicatable system that they could follow and duplicate the same results with people that they're going to introduce to the business and create this system that everybody can follow, and everybody will get a nice chunk of the organization that is built. And because you direct your own organization, because you are your own boss, you get some residual income out of the efforts of the people that you introduce to the business. That's the leverage. Let's talk about how you make money in the business. You, not me, not them, you. How do you make money? Well, you got a dream. You're willing to trade 7 to 10 hours a week for 2 to 4 years to get your dream. So you sponsor in the business. Okay, you make that commitment. Your sponsor says, all right, I'm going to work with you, train with you. What we're going to do is we're going to help you identify, and I'll use this as an example, 6 people who you know who have a dream and would be willing to trade 7 to 10 hours a week to get the dream. Fair enough? Everybody follow me so far? Everybody follow me so far? All right, just making sure you're not nodding off over there. All right, now let's suppose that everybody involved in the business produces a volume this first month that you get involved in the business of $100. Now notice I didn't say $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000. I said just $100. Why? Because I want to show you this is very simple, very duplicatable, very doable for everyone. The secret of this business is leverage. We have a lot of people doing a little bit, just 7 to 10 hours a week. So now if you and each of the 6 people you introduce into the business produce a volume of $100 the first month, you'd have $700 worth of volume in your organization, right? Now we have a lot of different companies represented here tonight. It's all kind of different pay plans. But I think you're going to find as an average, what you're going to see in the business is you can make about 10% of what your organization does in volume. So if you had 6 people plus yourself, everybody did $100, you'd have $700 volume, so you'd make $70 your first month in the business. Now you say, come on, Gage, you brought me here for $70 a month. But this is just month number 1. So don't be crying about your lousy $70 here, okay? Because you're learning the business. Because look what happens next. Now, the second month, we're going to say, we're going to help you help your people. We're going to teach you that duplicatable system to teach your people. And we're going to have them, now we're going to say they're not quite as bright as you are, okay? They didn't quite get this as good as you did. So they each got 5 people that they're introducing to the business, all right? Now, of course, it will not work out exactly this way, because I know some of you accountants there are sitting there thinking, okay, this guy might only get 4. Don't worry about that. I'm just making an example. So you got the 6, and the 6 each got the 5. Well, that would put 30 new people in your organization. Plus, you still have the 6, plus you got you. So now, the second month, you'd have 37 people, each doing $100. How much would that be? $3,700, right? So 10% of that would be how much? $370. Now you say, okay, $370 is a nice little pin money, but it still isn't going to buy my Lamborghini. I understand that. But that's just month number 2. Because all of a sudden, look what happens. There's 36 other people who are, now they're not working for you, they're working for themselves. So they're not calling in sick, they're not stealing paper clips to take home, okay, none of this stuff. They're all working for themselves, right? Now, what happens when we duplicate the process? And we say, now we're going to teach them how to teach their people. And you say, well, how do you do that? We've got a complete step-by-step duplicatable system to show you how to do that. You're going to teach your people how to teach their people. So we say, what if those 5 each just got 4? Now, why I'm doing this? Because I want to be really, really conservative. If I showed you what could really happen, I'm afraid you might swallow your teeth. So I'm going to be very conservative. So now if the 30 people each just got 4 people, now we'd have 120 new people in the organization. They don't work for you, they work for themselves, 7 to 10 hours a week, they're building a dream. 120 plus the 30 plus the 6 plus you, that's 157 people. Everybody just doing, not 1,000 a month, not 10,000 a month, not 100. $100 lousy dollars a month does $15,700 income or volume, which means your income for month number 3 would be $1,570. All right, now we're going to go down one more level now. We're going to say, what if the 4 people each just work with 3 people? Now again, everybody's not going to do it this way. Some are going to do it more, some are going to do it less, but I just want you to see how it works. Now the 120 people each do 3 people. That give us 360 people, plus the 120, plus the 30, plus the 6. This comes to how many? Somebody help me. I'm a high school dropout. 500 and something. 517, is that right? Who's here? Somebody good in math? So 517 times 100 is $51,700 volume in your little business that you got no employees, no office, no overhead. You're running this from your kitchen table or your spare bedroom or your hallway or your closet. And you're doing $50,000 volume a month. You understand we can leave this hotel, we can go down the street, Elizabeth Street, we can go onto Oxford Street, we can go to Liverpool, and we can find shop after shop, beauty salon after beauty salon, store after store, dry cleaner, that are not doing $50,000 volume a month. And you're doing it out of a part-time business, 7 to 10 hours a week. Why? Because you're using leverage. Do you get this?
Yes!
Because, do you really, really get this?
Yes!
Because, let me tell you a secret. If you get this, you're not going to sleep very well tonight. Believe me, I have spent many a night just laying on the pillow, looking at the ceiling and seeing 6 get the 5, get the 4, get the 3. Okay? If you understand this, now we're talking $5,170 a month. Now you know what? I did that in 4 months. It said 1, 2, 3. What if you didn't do that in 4 months? What if it took you 6 months? What if it took you 10 months? What if it took you 2 years? I told you it's a 2 to 4 year plan. Okay? And I know what some of you are thinking. All right, but what about if this guy here drops out? We got it handled. Okay? We have a thing called dynamic compression, and so we know when someone drops out, we eliminate their volume, we move up the next qualified person, and the whole organization moves up. So we got that covered too. Okay? So, but what if you didn't do this in 6 months? What if you didn't do it in 10 months? What if it took you 2 years? When you get this, when you really get this, you're not going to sleep tonight. Because you see how a dishwasher from a pancake house could become a multimillionaire. You see how a farmer's wife from Utah could make $80,000 US a month. You see how a woman with 2 kids and an abusive husband could leave her husband and become a multimillionaire. You see how people on welfare can build complete financial independence. And they can do it with integrity. They can do it with honor. They can do it with helping other people, giving value, contributing. That's what we got to offer here.